This is the primary bookcase over here for Jack and the Book Stack. Of course, I have a few different areas where I keep books, but this is the main area in September 2023. But Facebook was kind enough to remind me what this area looked like in September 2019. I had just moved into my house, I was finishing renovations, I didn't even have baseboards yet. And this was a time when I only wanted to own books that were important to me, and it was before Bookstagram, before BookTube, and so it's so funny to compare what BookTube has really done to me, because I can officially say that I am a book collector, and I buy books before I've even read them, before I know if they're going to be important to me. This is just who I am now.
Hello and welcome to the BookTube channel, Jack and the Book Stack, where I talk about a wide variety of book genres and the bookish lifestyle. In this video, I am taking various clips of all the books that I buy in the month of September. So you will really see what I mean by a wide variety of book genres because it's normally pretty chaotic. If you have not seen one of these videos on my channel yet, I will link a playlist down below. I kind of packaged them all together so you could join in all the consumerism fun. I stitched together clips of when I go to bookstores, or when I'm unboxing books, or just general book hauls, because I always think those are so much fun, and so many different books capture my attention. And of course, be sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss me actually reading these books. I do a ton of reading vlogs and book reviews, and I love to do themes with these different books, so whenever I can plug in a little theme with these, I definitely try to. To kick off this video, I have a pretty large shipment from Book Outlet. If you watched my last book haul, book unboxing video from July and August, you will see that I have very mixed luck with Book Outlet because the books get damaged or they're not as they were pictured on the website. So it's just the value is so good for these books, I can't say no. So I'm always really nervous going into this, but let's see what we got. I can never open these boxes gracefully, I swear. Okay, I'm not gonna peek. I'm just gonna pull out the first one. Oh, shit. I feel it. I feel it. Watch. I'm not even gonna look at it. Do you see how the cover is like, how it's slid inside that cover? Shit. Seriously. Okay. I think I can work with this though. So the first book that I am hauling officially in the month of September is Gone with the Wind. This is one that I've obviously been aware of because it's been like, it's a huge classic, right? But I was inspired by the BookTube channel, Mike's Book Reviews. He says this is one of his favorite books of all time. It's in his top 10 list. And he just did a book review video on it. And the way he talked about the female main character really, really inspires me to pick it up. So he says that Scarlett O'Hara is not likable. She's a very unlikable character, and yet you can't help but root for her, and she works hard and she gets stuff done. She's very intelligent, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. I understand that it's kind of a difficult read. I think, you know, this is historical, so the time period it's set in, things were a lot different then. And it can be very triggering and difficult for some readers, but, you know, I have that expectation going into it. I still really want to check out this classic, so thank you, Mike, for inspiring me. The book that was stuck inside that cover is another one of the Wheel of Time books. So if you saw my last haul video, the July-August one, you'll see that I started buying the Wheel of Time books. There are 14 of them. So it is a huge commitment. And I mean, a smarter person would just check them out from the library to be sure that they like them first before investing in all of them in the series. But on Book Outlet, when I see them on there, they're only like, they're an average of like $7 or $8. So I don't know, I'm just reckless. So I'm really excited to check them out. Okay, so this one's a little bit bent, but that's okay. This is book 9. I have book 10 as well, Crossroads of Twilight, and then I'm not done yet. Book 11. Knife of Dreams. The one thing with Book Outlet, so they sell like overstocked books from various places. And when they do that, these are all new books, but you'll see that they have like a dot on like the top or bottom. So they have to do that to mark them as like reselling books. But I don't really mind that as much. So that's why I love shopping at Book Outlet. I mean, honestly, with the rate that I buy books, it is much more helpful if they are in the $7 range rather than the $15 range. That helps me out a lot. So I have one more book in this shipment. It is a horror book, and it is Pinata. So this is what I mean when I say I read a wide variety of genres. We have horror, we have fantasy, we have a historical fiction classic. I am all over the board with my reading taste, but variety is the spice of life, and that's what you get here on the BookTube channel, Jack in the Book Stack. Do you ever watch BookTube and the booktuber is so passionate about what they're talking about that you just have to read it? Well, that happens to me on like a weekly basis, and I am the victim of more influence right now. This time we can owe this to the channel Joanna, and I did a live show interview discussion with her yesterday for the Bibliophiles, and it's not the first time I've heard her talk about this book, but she definitely sold it to me in that discussion even more. So as soon as we got off the live show, I went onto Amazon, I ordered it, and thanks to super fast delivery, I have it in my hands. So here it is. Can you see it? Do you know what it is yet? Ooh, this is gorgeous. So this is the anniversary edition of Stoner by John Williams. This is the 50th anniversary edition, so I copied Joanna precisely. This is so nice. This is more of a literary fiction, or reads more like a classic, which is interesting because Joanna is mostly a fantasy reader, although she does read a variety of other genres. Of course, here on this channel, we love variety. And just the way she talks about this character, I am so excited to get to meet him. Oh, I can't wait to pick this up.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan.
Apologies if the sound of the air conditioning is distracting, but it is Arizona, it is 110 degrees, even in the month of September. But I wanted to show you the books that I just got. I scored used books, 3 of them. So I got 2 Brandon Sanderson books. So I got Edge Dancer, which was $5.95, and Dawn Shard, which was $6.95. These have been on my Amazon wish list for a while. I was thinking about putting them on my Christmas list for my family, because they're cute little books, not terribly expensive, but seeing them used, I had to take the opportunity. Next up, I'm having a personal crisis that I really could use some help with. So recently I read the First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie, and I want to continue in this universe. So there are 3 standalones, and then there's another trilogy. And, okay, I need all my editions to match. This is so important to me, and I'll show you when I get home, but they are not matching. It is so triggering. When I first got the trilogy, I ordered the white US copies, but I got like the brown UK editions. So the first order from the get-go was messed up. Then I picked up 2 of the books in that same trilogy in the US editions used, because I might as well start, picking them up if I want to transfer over. I ordered the 3 standalones from Blackwell's, which is a UK bookstore, so that it would be brown and match the brown First Law trilogy that I had, and they are too short, and the covers are different materials. One's plasticky, one's matte, and I don't know what to do. I really don't know if I'm going to go the US edition route or the UK edition route. but I did see that they had The Trouble with Peace, which is book 2 in the Age of Madness, which is the second trilogy, and it was used for $9.50. So I picked this one up, even though I still really don't know what I'm going to do with my Joe Abercrombie collection. But once I decide, I will just sell the ones that I'm not going to use on my Pango shop, which is always linked down below if you ever want to check it out. I'm always selling different editions that I'm not going to keep around. But I really need help on what to do because I am really stuck. I think with the standalones for the US editions, there's people on the covers, or like body parts of people, like an arm or something or whatever, and I hate that. So that's why I was thinking instead of US route, I would go the UK route, but then I still really like this monochromatic for the US covers. I don't know what to do. I need help. Please comment what I should do. I seriously feel like a kid at Christmas because look what just arrived. This is the first time I've ever ordered from Mystic Box. I'm on their wait list, but this was a special edition that was released, and when I tell you that I had like calendar invites and alarms and things set up so that I could order this and that it would still be in stock, like I'm not over exaggerating. This is one of my absolute favorite reads, and I wanted to order it. It was on my Amazon wish list for a while, but then I heard that this was coming out, and so I'm so happy that I didn't order that and I waited for this. Let's see how their packaging is, because I've never ordered from them. Got some bubble wrap. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's been months. Okay, I'm a child, I know. Oh my gosh, there's so many layers. So many layers. Oh my god. Here we go, the big unveiling. Ooh. It is the Mindf bind up. Now to very carefully open the plastic, I'm always nervous about this. I don't want the blade to like cut any pages or anything. Get this plastic off. Deal with that later. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at this. Okay, so there's the back. Look at that. Oh, that is so awesome. But I think what I'm most excited about, there's the stenciled edges. I think I like the naked hardcover the most, if I remember from the advertisement. So let's see. Oh, yes. Like dust jackets are fine. I never really like dust jackets anyways. I think they're too flimsy. But I might just display it with it off because look how gorgeous that is. That is exquisite. Like this is my kind of cover, like with the art on it. I never like people on the cover, which I mean this isn't bad. Like the silhouette of a face doesn't like offend me in any way, but this that is just excellent. That is so pretty. So this is a bind up of I think 5 novellas. It's a dark romance, but I mean, you don't really read it for the romance, you read it because it is like the best revenge story. Super disturbing. To defeat a monster, you have to be twice as monstrous. To love a monster, you have to share your soul. Oh my gosh, this needs a reread soon. I'm so happy to own this, and I'm so fortunate and lucky that I have this beautiful, beautiful edition. And you know, my bookworm heart is imploding right now because I have yet another bookish delivery. This one is from Book Outlet. And there's 2 things you need to know when ordering from Book Outlet. And first and foremost is that they have very delayed shipping. Okay, there's 3 things you need to know. First is they have very delayed shipping. I ordered this on September 5th and it just arrived today, September 18th. So much slower than what we're used to with like Amazon 2-day shipping. The second thing you need to know is that they go out of stock really fast. So if you're like perusing the Book Outlet website and you see a book you want, like put it in your cart and check out as soon as possible, because so many times I put books in my cart and then by the time I go to check out, they're already sold out and you can't get them anymore because they sell like overstocked books. So that's something that you really need to be aware of. And then the third thing is they have a dot on their books normally. Let me see if I can find an example. Like you have to be okay with like markings on your pages because that's what they do. These are new books, but they're overstocked books, so they always have that mark. But I'm a little bit disturbed right now because maybe I should add something else to my list, that you can't always expect quality in the shipping. Look, the first book is already like, the cover is like bent back and the pages are, which happens to me a lot. Okay, but anyways, the first book is The Long Walk by Stephen King. Kind of disappointed this is bent up, but I think I'll be able to fix it, like press it down. There is a crease on the cover now from that bent, but it's so disappointing. This is not like a marketing video for this company, is it? Because they do that. I mean, they're all really like budget-friendly books, so that's nice, I guess. I also got Cackle, which I've heard is like a cozy fall read. I think it's witchy. A darkly funny, frightening novel about a young woman meeting a witch who might be too good to be true. I don't know, I love cozy vibes. I love spooky vibes, so I will give this one a shot. One of the reasons I love Book Outlet is they always have Poirot books on sale from Agatha Christie. So I got another one to add to my collection. These are typically like $5 or $6 on Book Outlet, whereas if I buy them on Amazon, they are like 14, 15 bucks. Still, like Agatha Christie is, I've heard she's the best selling author. Like her books have sold more copies, second only to the Bible. So she's really popular, and I mean, her books sell. Then I picked up this nonfiction because this sounded really interesting, and I mean, I had it on my like TBR list on Libby because I was going to listen to the audiobook, but I needed like another book to qualify for free shipping, so I saw this on Book Outlet and I picked it up. Invisible Women, Data, Bias, in a World Designed for Men. I thought this would be so enlightening, and I was really interested in this. I wasn't planning on buying it just because I don't know if it will stand the test of time, right? Like if this is something that is relevant right now, but the way technology moves and advances, I didn't know if it would be like super beneficial in 5 years, 10 years, whatever. But it was just like $5 and I needed it for free shipping, so I grabbed it. I'll let you know what I think of it. And then I saw this that I am so excited about. So this is one of like the best values that I got, and it is Cloud Cuckoo Land. I feel like I've seen this all over the place, but I don't know what people generally think about it, if they love it or hate it or whatnot. I think it's historical. I can't remember if it's fantasy or not, but the impression I have is that this is going to be like an uplifting tone. So let me know in the comments down below if you've read this and what tone to expect. But this one I got for $8 on Book Outlet. And then when I looked on Amazon to do like a comparison to see if it was a good value, it was 15 bucks. So I love that this was about half off, and it's a nice hardcover edition. And like I said, I definitely recognize the cover, so it'll be nice to have in the collection. Now the book that I'm the most excited for, and I've mentioned this before because I was influenced by another booktuber to pick this one up, and it is Fireborn. This is book 1 in the Aurelian cycle, and it was the BookTube channel Fun Fantasy Books that inspired me to give this series a try. This is a YA fantasy series, which I am kind of dipping my toe in that water of YA fantasy to see if like an adult can enjoy it or if I'm like too old for it. But man, she talks about this series all the time and she raves about it, and she constantly says that, you know, you shouldn't have this preconceived notion that YA fantasy isn't for you because adult readers can really enjoy this series. It has dragons, of course, but she talks about it in almost every video, like every other video. So she's really worn me down and influenced me to get it. So I got this for $5 on Book Outlet, and on Amazon it was $11. So again, more than half off. Pretty incredible. So I got the second one in my last book haul video. This is the first one in the series, and then the third one comes out in paperback in a few weeks, I think. So I have that one pre-ordered because it's not too expensive. One of the benefits of YA books is they're kind of more budget friendly. So I have that one pre-ordered because I cannot mix hardcover and paperback. That is a sin. We're not doing it, but I am so excited to get to this. Like, I might have to blow my TBR out of the water and just pick this up now. Then recently I went to Goodwill and I had some good luck. So first and foremost, I got a Penguin Black edition of The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. As you know, I am collecting these editions because I love to annotate them, and there's just so many like in this format. So I'm a sucker for that, having them all the same format, all the same publisher, the same look. Just the aesthetic of it, of course. I'm a basic bookworm. So I picked that one up. And then this one, I felt like it was a sign because I showed you that I was kind of considering this series when I went to Changing Hands because they had the trilogy used. And I opted against it. I was like, you know, I should really just try and read it first before I buy it to make sure I like it. Novel idea, right? But then I saw book 2 at Goodwill. So the first book is Discovery of Witches. This is Shadow of Night, which is book 2 of the All Souls trilogy. And I saw it like right after, not the same day, but like pretty soon after I saw them at Changing Hands. And I was like, I feel like this is a sign. And this was only $3. So I figured I'd pick it up. So maybe I'll still do Libby for book 1. And then if I like it, I only have to buy books 1 and 3, right? But at least I have book 2. That was a good deal. So, I mean, that's how I justify these things to myself at least. But this is an incredible day. Like, days do not get any better than this. I am so lucky. I'm so happy. Can't stop, won't stop. I have another delivery from Book Outlet, which I know I'm kind of out of control at this point, but this box is on average $7.60 per book. Like, I just cannot help myself. I can't say no when the deals are like that. I just can't. You'd think by this point I could like open these boxes a little bit easier, but no, I still struggle. Let's hope and pray that the condition of the covers is okay on this one. I think I got more hard covers in this shipment, so here is hoping. Okay, so first and foremost, we have, I'm not peeking. Dream to Me? I didn't order this. This isn't mine. I did not order this paperback. Okay, that sucks. I'm a little concerned. Okay, so here's what I did. They had a bunch of books in the series. Oh gosh, what is this? Chorus of something. Okay, naturally it doesn't tell me. But The Ruin of Kings is book 1. So I got that, and then I forget what order they go in. Is this 3? They didn't have book 2. That's the only one they didn't have. But then they had this one, and they had that one. So I was really happy initially that I could get 4 out of the 5 books. And I'm like, oh, I could buy book 2. You know, on Amazon it was like 14 bucks. Okay, so it looks like I got 3 as order, being hardcover, but I did not order paperback because they have to match. Okay, I just confirmed, and it is absolutely my fault. I did order the paperback. Gosh, I'm so silly. And now the hardcover is no longer available. Because I've never heard of this book in my life. Dream to Me by Megan Pash. I did not order that. I'm gonna have to see what else it was that I ordered. Oh, but I took notes because House of Always, this one, is $20.99 on Amazon right now, and I got it for $9.49. So that was a killer deal. And The Discord of Gods, that was listed as $23 on Amazon, hardcover, and I got it for $9.49. So you can see why I just went ahead and jumped on it. And these books I've seen around. I saw them on Grace Dion's BookTube channel, and I saw them on Roger Reed's BookTube channel, and they both enjoyed the series. I think different books had their ups and downs for them, but they still enjoyed them. So when I saw them on Book Outlet, I was like, hey, might as well grab it. And, okay, the one that I'm most excited about, A Psalm for the Wild Built. I just checked this one out on Libby. I listened to the audiobook, and it was so good. And so this was listed for $6.99 on Book Outlet, and it is $18.89 on Amazon right now. So this was a killer deal. And I actually tried a couple times to get this, but every time I put it in my cart, and then I would go to check out, and I got like a big warning at the top that it had already sold out before I could check out. So the fact that I actually got it this time makes me feel so good because I adored this book so much. And then I was feeling very nostalgic. And so this is very different for me. You're not gonna see a lot of this on my channel, but I saw some books that I remembered from my childhood and I just had to get them. So Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is a book that I remember from being a kid, and I really, really wanted to get it. And then Miss Nelson is Missing. Do you guys remember this book? Did you ever read this as a kid? I like saw the art style and it just jogged so many memories. So many things came back to me. So I'm so excited to have this. Like, I'm so ridiculous. Like I said, I was just feeling nostalgic and I wanted to order these. So, oh, there's one more. I almost forgot. One more. I got Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. Fonda Lee, of course, is the author who wrote the Greenbone Saga, which I kind of soft DNF'd. So I don't know if it's the author for me. But this, it supposedly has a good revenge tale. I think she is avenging her mother's death or her sister's death. Esther's family was torn apart when a manticore killed her mother and baby brother, leaving her with nothing but her father's painful silence and a single overwhelming need to kill the monsters that took her family. Yeah, I love a good revenge tale, so say less. I picked it up. It's super short, so could be a fun read. So yeah, it sounds like I need to reach out to Book Outlet. I wonder if this is just an extra book or if I'm missing one. Okay, so I confirmed my order is not missing anything. They just gave me an extra book, so I hope that I didn't get someone else's. I'll email them. Overall, good haul and a super good value. Oh my gosh, I am so low energy today. Let me tell you, I had water damage in my master closet, and so I was thinking that I might have had a pipe burst underneath the slab or the foundation of the house. That's what the plumber told me he thought when he first looked at it. But he just came back out, he found the leak. Thank God it's not that serious, it's just like in the wall. But like, I did not sleep at all last night because I was so worried about how much this would cost. So it's not bad. It's not bad. So I can finally relax. And luckily I have some books to cheer me up. So I got 2 books from Amazon. I didn't film the unboxing this weekend because I was sidetracked. But the last clip I did for a haul, I mentioned that I got the Chorus of Dragons series, or at least some of the books, but I got one like paperback by mistake, right? Well, I'm happy to say that I completed my hardcover collection this weekend. So I already hauled book 1, but the new books that I got from Amazon are The Name of All Things and the hardcover edition of The Memory of Souls. So it sucks that I didn't get these ones for $8 like I got the other ones, but I think they were like $15 each on Amazon. But the real good news today is that I just got a Fairy Loot delivery. So we're gonna unbox this one together and see what we got. I suspect I know what this is, but my brain is also not functioning at like top speed right now. So I'm at like 30% capacity right now. I'm not peeking, I just want to open this so I can hold it up. Coordination is not my strong suit, even on my best day. Thank you for ordering. Okay, there's nothing on that Fairy Loot card. This is not graceful. Oh, gosh. Okay, so what order? Okay, so this is book 1. This is The Bone Shard Daughter. And, oh, the edges are super pretty. Stenciled edges. I mean, people on the inside cover, I never care about that. But the reason I was sold on these books was the naked hardcover. Can you see that? Is it kind of blown out? Here, let me try that. So pretty. I love how that looks. I mean, I love these editions standard, just like the regular hardcover editions. So So I knew I was gonna buy some versions of them anyways. Okay, so that is book 1. And then I have book 2, The Bone Shard Emperor. Love that blue. Oh. And then book 3. I kind of like the like purpley one of like the standard edition, but I just cannot beat those hard, like these white with the foil embossing. I really, really love that look. For me, I'm such a sucker for the naked hardcovers. So yeah, we have like a blue trilogy. I guess that looks nice together to like color coordinate my shelves. I like that they all go together. And then here are the pages. So the Drowning Empire trilogy, I hear, is about a world where all the subjects of this kingdom have to give up a little piece of their bone, like taken from like behind the ear or something, like a shard of their bone, and it gives like the rulers power. And then the princess, if she has like amnesia or something, and if she gets her memories back, then she can be next in line for the throne. I think I'm not summarizing it very well because I don't know too well, but that's okay because I like going in a little bit blind. But what I liked about the summary of these books is it gave me a sense of like horror fantasy by giving up pieces of the bone, because there's other consequences to that as well to the person who sacrifices it. They lose like a little bit of themselves. So it has this element of horror to it that really, really appealed to me. So I'm really excited. It seems like a unique world and storyline. I cannot wait to check it out. And now I have these beautiful editions. So technically tomorrow is the last day of September, and this is my September book shopping, book unboxing, book haul, and I have some open orders. So I might still get some books tomorrow. That should be in this video, but I'm gonna close it out now, because I think this is as good of a time as any. I have some more books to show you. I didn't unbox these live because I showed you the water damage that I was experiencing this week, and I had these huge fans running all day, every day, all week, and so it was very loud, and I was also cranky and didn't want to film because of said fans. So let's get into it. So I have already mentioned that I was hauling the books in the Aurelian cycle, starting with Fireborn. So that is a previous haul, but I completed my series. So I have all 3, and the third one is Fury Song. And what's kind of funny about this one, like they are slightly a different height, but it's really just like millimeters. That doesn't bother me that much. What does bother me is how the author's name is written in a different direction than these ones. These ones are horizontal and this one's vertical, which is kind of strange. And then this one is much thinner than this one, even though it looks like they're similar like page length for Kindle, and also the audiobook has like a similar length of time. So that formatting is kind of weird, but as OCD I am about my books matching, I can live with that. That's okay. And these covers overall are just like so cool. So I'm excited for this. I think I might do a dragon reading vlog in November when Iron Flame comes out and check out this series. So I've been dying to jump into this, so I think that's probably what I'll do. So you'll see those books again. Closing out this September haul, I got a Fairy Loot delivery for like the monthly subscription, and that one is one I hadn't heard of, Son of Blood and Ruin. I don't know if I care about this, but I do care about those sprayed edges. Isn't that a cool stenciled edge? That is so pretty. I don't know if I'll keep this one or if I'll try to sell it on Pango, just because I've never heard of it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. There's just so many books in so little time, right? Like, I want to read the books I have on my TBR that I'm passionate about, and this one isn't like jumping out at me. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep it. And it's first in a series, so it's like, do I really want to commit to another series? Because I prefer to read series when they're complete, because I don't like cliffhangers. So I really need to think about this one. But I do really like the artistic version of this edition. Like, I love the pink and the green. I think that's really beautiful. So that's the last book of this month. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was a long haul video. I got so many books, and part of me is like, oh gosh, I should really slow down because that home repair cost me a lot of money, and it should come from my book buying budget. But I mean, don't follow me for budgeting advice because I'm an addict and I will likely still continue to buy books because I love them. So thank you so much for hanging out with me up until this point. Happy reading to you, and I'll see you in the next video.